How to think better is not really about becoming a genius overnight. It is about learning how to slow down enough to see clearly. Most people do not have a lack of intelligence. They have a lack of mental order. Their mind is crowded. Too many opinions, too many distractions, too many quick reactions. And when the mind is noisy, even simple decisions feel heavy. If you want to think better, the first thing you need to understand is this: clear thinking begins with clear space. A mind that is constantly rushing cannot judge well. It only reacts. So before you try to improve your thoughts, improve the condition in which thinking happens. Spend a few quiet minutes with no phone, no music, no outside input. Just sit with your own mind. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. That is normal. Many people are so used to noise that silence feels strange. But silence is where thought becomes visible. The second step is to stop believing every thought the moment it appears. Not every thought deserves trust. Some thoughts come from fear. Some come from ego. Some come from habit. Some are just the result of being tired, angry, or overwhelmed. Better thinking starts when you learn to pause and ask, is this true? Or is this just what I feel right now? That one question can save you from many bad decisions. Because often the problem is not life itself. The problem is the first story your mind creates about life. Another way to think better is to ask better questions. Weak questions create weak thinking. Questions like, why is everything against me? Or why am I like this? Usually lead nowhere. But stronger questions open the mind. What exactly is the problem? What part of this is in my control? What am I missing? What would this situation look like if I were calm? These questions do not make you passive. They make you precise. And precision is powerful. A confused mind speaks in drama. A trained mind speaks in clarity. You also have to separate facts from interpretation. This is one of the biggest reasons people think poorly. Something happens, and within seconds they mix the event with meaning. A person does not reply, and suddenly they think they are being rejected. A mistake happens, and they decide they are a failure. But facts are often much smaller than the emotions attached to them. The fact may be simple. The rest is interpretation. When you learn to separate those two, your mind becomes calmer, sharper, and more honest. Thinking better also requires patience. Good thinking is rarely instant. Fast answers feel satisfying, but they are not always wise. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not decide too quickly. Sit with the question. Let it breathe. Return to it later. Many bad choices happen because people want immediate relief, not real understanding. But your best thoughts often arrive after the pressure is gone. When the mind stops forcing, it starts seeing. Another important habit is exposing your mind to better material. Your thoughts are shaped by what you consume every day. If your attention is constantly fed with nonsense, outrage, comparison, and noise, your thinking will begin to reflect that. But if you spend time with thoughtful books, meaningful conversations, and deeper ideas, your mind becomes stronger. You do not think in isolation. Your environment is always training your mind, either upward or downward. And finally, if you want to think better, you must be willing to be wrong. This is hard for many people because the ego wants certainty. It wants to feel smart. But better thinking belongs to humble people. People who can say, maybe I do not see the full picture. Maybe I need to learn more. Maybe I judge too quickly. That kind of humility is not weakness. It is maturity. Because a person who cannot question themselves cannot grow beyond themselves. So if you want to think better, do not begin with trying to look intelligent. Begin with trying to be honest. Create quiet. Question your thoughts. Ask better questions. Separate facts from feelings. Be patient with hard decisions. Feed your mind with better input. And stay humble enough to keep learning. A better life often begins with a better thought. And a better thought begins when you stop letting your mind run wild and start teaching it how to see clearly.